Add the coffee in there. Take the towel, screw it down. Oh shit, I didn't preheat. No! 250, we're at 250 right now. We have 40 more seconds. I hear it hissing. Coffee. This is a mocha pot, chat. This is, oh my god, it's so shiny in the freaking camera. Holy shit. I'm using a 1080p office webcam, by the way, as my camera for this. This is an office webcam that I put onto a tripod and that is now strapped upon the tripod to kind of work. This is the Italian way mainly to make coffee. Every Italian has one of these in their house. I am not Italian, but I also have one of these because it is the most convenient way for me to make coffee, even though you're gonna find out that this stream, we're gonna be finding a way to make it less convenient.
When we move the needles around, it like evenly distributes the coffee everywhere?
The coffee, obviously. We need the coffee. These are coffee beans. These are 34 to 66 blend of beans. It's 66% Arabica beans. You can't read it. It's so bright you can't read any of it. It's too bright you can't read any of it. 66% Arabica beans and 34% Robusta beans. So part 1 is going to be making one coffee and educating you guys about coffee. And part 2 will be speedrunning coffee. I'll be putting a timer on the iPad and we'll see just how fast I can actually make a coffee with this thing. Now I wish you would be able to smell these because they smell awesome. We need more things. This right now, obviously you cannot make coffee with, obviously, right? Just this and this where, like that's not, this, no coffee. So we need three more devices. A brush to brush stuff that it's cleaning. Honestly, it's for cleaning. This thing, which is a WDT tool, which is very, very coffee nerdy, and you're gonna understand what it's for later when we're actually making our first coffee. And this thing, which is a bean blender, which we obviously need so we can transform our beans into coffee powder, so we can actually run water through it and make coffee. We take a scoop. This is for you Americans out there. This is 1/8 of a cup. Don't ask me why I'm using cups as a European. It is just... they had them at the store, so I got them. What I like to do is take 1/8 of a cup, so this much coffee, going into the grinder. And then I like to take a half of a tablespoon and do 2 of those, so basically 1 tablespoon. And that's how much coffee I usually need for my mocha pot. Now, what I also have is very fancy, because this is supposed to be in a vacuum sealed container. We need to vacuum seal the container, which is a very epic process where we grab this device and we grab this device and we have an amazing sound. Wait, listen to it. Boom. Now this thing is vacuum sealed and I can't just rip it open because it's actually because of the vacuum. Wow, power, amazing. Voice of an angel, thank you. I know you meant the freaking, probably the vacuum sucking pump, but you know, it's fine. Now, speaking of voices of an angel, let me introduce to you the devil. This is the coffee grinder, right? This is what it does. And then we give it a little shake so the coffee inside gets distributed evenly, so we grind everything evenly, and then we do. And that's already it. It doesn't even take that long. Coffee is grinded, coffee is done. We flip it upside down and now we absolutely destroy the shit out of it. So all the coffee that is inside falls into the nice little plastic cup that is on top of it, that is there in order to, you know, make it easier for yourself. Now I take the top off. This is what remains inside. It's just powder. And then this is the coffee powder that we just blended. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it gorgeous? Isn't it stunning? Look at it. And it smells even better. It smells even better, chat. It smells so good. It smells like real coffee now. Then I utilized something that I bought from a thrift store, which is just a nice little comp that's probably going to reflect and dox me, so that's fun. And now we're going to disassemble this mocha pot. This is probably where it's important for me to explain how a mocha pot even works, what a mocha pot even does, how it functions, whatever. What did the Italians come up with?
This is pure aluminium. This is pure aluminium, which is why it's pretty light. It's actually pretty light aluminium. There's a hinge here that can open this thing up. And if you look from the top, it has like a valve that goes up top, and it has like 2 holes in the left and the right. Right? And then this is like its completely separate container. The only way something can get into the top container is through these 2 holes. Because if we take this apart further, and we look at the bottom of this, it has like a filter in it, right? So this is the bottom part. This is where the water's gonna go. It has another filter in it that we can take out. Boom. Now we have the filter and the water part. So what's gonna happen, the magic that the Italians came up with, is that there's gonna be water down here. The water is gonna boil up through this little valve thing into the filter. This is where the coffee is gonna be, right, on here. And then the water pressure is gonna push the water upwards until it comes through these holes of the valve down here, and all the coffee remains up here with no powder in it. Very clean, very nice, very yummy.
That's the whole process of it. So what we need to do now is take this filter. This cup perfectly fits to this filter, by the way, which is absolutely incredible. Not why I bought it, it just looks cool. But then I figured out that this works, and now I'm impressed. Then I need a spoon. I have a very special spoon for this occasion. The €1 tourist trap store spoon that I bought from Rome when I was in Rome with a little Colosseum at the top. If we don't use this spoon, the coffee's not going to taste great. It's very important. We take the coffee from the thing and we put it into the filter. And now we use a little eye poking tool. Because with the eye poking tool, we can distribute stuff. This is like a bunch of flimsy needles that are on feathers in this little, I don't know if it's probably plastic or aluminum. It's kind of heavy, so it's probably some metal. When we move the needles around, it like evenly distributes the coffee everywhere. I'm not going to do this over here because I don't want it to spill on the floor. But it like nicely spreads everything around. So now we're boiling water. Now you might not be able to hear me that well because we're about to have a lot of crunchy water boiler noises in the background, but hey, it's part of the process.
Now this process kind of goes very fast, but I can explain it to you before I do the fast stuff. I like preheating my stovetop before doing this, so it already rises to a higher temperature. And I like to pre-boil my water. Both of those things make the water boil faster in the actual mocha pot, which means that we're gonna have less overall heat buildup, which I know kind of sounds contrary, but believe me, it works. And that way the coffee doesn't get burnt in the process, and it's smoother, it's nicer, it's more gentle, I think is what they call it. So I like preheating this thing, my stove.
Don't panic as you see this blow up in the background. This is my water boiler. I'm gonna pour the water into this bottom part, up to the valve. There's like a little, you probably can't see it, but there's like a little valve inside as well. That is like a mark to where you have to fill it up to for the pressure to properly leave. We put the filter on top of the boiling water. Get this on. Now we use a towel so we don't burn our hands since there is burning water in the bottom. We screw this tight. Now we lowered that to 5, and now I can take this and put it on here and open it up. The reason we're opening it up is because we want to catch the moment that it immediately pours out the coffee. It's gonna be magical. Any moment. Any second now. Any second now, this is about to be coffee. 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 Come on. Yeah, there you go, look. Now we get coffee coming out of there. Now we turn off the heat because the rest heat is gonna do all the job that we need it to. And now this is gonna boil all up until it's starting to like pour out very aggressively. Once it pours out aggressively, we take it off, pour cold water over the mocha pot. Pouring cold water over the mocha pot immediately stops the water from boiling at the bottom, and therefore it stops anything from burning or anything from going bad. And there you go. This is it, guys. This is the coffee. Look, it's steaming like crazy. It's filled pretty damn nicely. And this is now what we are going to pour into an awesome little cup with a little bear face on it. It has like double glass walls, so you can't burn yourself when holding it. So Ikuya, when are you treating us with that coffee? Well, I'm about to serve it, and then you can have a sip. Give me a second to serve it at least. I'm gonna pour it gently, probably in a way that you guys can actually see into the camera. And boom! Look, this is the coffee that we made. Isn't it beautiful? It's steaming, it's hot. Pure black coffee. Yummy! Oh my god. That is intense. That is intense. Holy shit. That is strong. Oh my god. Now what is this speedrun exactly about? What are we doing? How is it gonna work? First, I'm gonna pull up a timer on my iPad real quick. You guys probably can't see the timer that well, but skill issue, I guess. That's not my fault. Where's the timer? The timer's over there! It's over there! It's on my iPad! It's on my iPad! I'm being rage baited. I don't see. I can't make it bigger.
You can literally see it though.
Oh wait, oh my god, I'm so dumb. I'm sorry. I didn't switch the scene. I kept going like this and be like, look, the timer is over there. It's over there, look. And I didn't switch the scene, you couldn't even see it. The timer ends, I get to pause the timer when my coffee is poured in. As soon as my coffee is poured into the cup and there's no more coffee, boom, that's when I pause the timer, right? The only thing that I also need to do within the time that I'm making the coffee is I need to also vacuum seal the coffee beans again. That also has to be done within the timer, because that's something that I would also have to do in the morning. Finally, the timer. Thank God, you really are insufferable. This is like MCSR now. We have to think like MCSR. We can overlap the blending and the vacuum, and then after we did that, I think we should get our water boiling. Immediately, we should go and get our water set up to boil, and then we can get everything in here, and then that should be good. Unemployment final boss. Ready? Okay. Then let's start the speedrun. Music. Bump it up loud. 3, 2, 1. Start. All right. Let's open up the container. Open up the container. Got. Okay. Nice. Get out one, scoop up 1 cup, boom, and double of this, nice. Now we can plug this in up here. We can close this off, and now we need to overlap this and that. We can shake. Alright, that's done. Boom. Now I said I would fill up the water in the kettle. Water goes into the kettle. Boom. I can't wait to like speed up and then fall over a wire and then fall and then everything dies and the stream crashes. It's gonna be freaking awesome. Let's get that out of here. Oh, it's very coarse, but that's fine. We can place this here. Boom. The water is boiling in the background. Meanwhile, we can pour the grounds over in here. Oh, it's very coarse. I did not grind enough. But we'll see. Maybe this tastes better. Who knows? Some grinds in coffee you do have to grind coarser for the flavor to come through better. I don't think this is one of them, but okay. Oh well, you know, what can you do? Distribute. Knock. It's not enough coffee. Okay, it's fine though. Now my coffee's about to be done. I can turn on the stove again to preheat. Stove is being preheated. My water is almost done boiling. Now we can go grab the water boiler kettle, pour the hot water into the bottom part, put the kettle over there. Don't forget the coffee. Add the coffee in there. Take the towel, screw it down. Don't get caught up in it. Throw it down. Lower the temp of the heat down to 5. Place mocha pot on top. Open up. Open up. Now I can turn the camera for you guys to see it. And now we wait. Now we literally just wait. All I can do now is wait. Ice cubes. Ice cubes, chat. Oh, the coffee's already boiling. The coffee's already coming out. Almost got distracted. Almost got distracted. Alright, coffee is about to be done. I'm not showing it. There you go, look. Coffee is done. We close it off. We rinse it. We rinse it, we rinse it, we rinse it, and now we pour into the cup. We pour into the cup. Boom. Done. Stop. Okay. 447. 447. That is our first attempt. Use milk. Milk. I don't have milk. Like, I have milk right now, but I don't have a lot of it. Milk up, milk up. No, we're not milking up. I don't have milk, chat. I don't have milk. Buy milk. Go on a milk run. We can wait. No, I have. Wait. Look. Let me satisfy your needs. The people demand milk. There you go. We're gonna make an iced Americano with a little bit of milk. Oh god, that was a lot of milk. I didn't know there was that much milk in there. Ready in chat. Okay, let me switch over to the playlist then. Speedrun playlist. Start. Alright, open this up. Boom. Now 1 cup. 1, 2. Boom, boom, boom. Oh shit, I'm lost. Put this here. Plug this in up here. Overlap the vacuum in there. We shake. Put this in here. Oh shit, I didn't preheat. No, I think speedrun might already be over. Distribute the coffee. Knock it. Put this over here. Make space. Pour the water into the cup. Close it. Tighten. Put it on. Lower to 6. Open up. I need the hissing sound. Come on, hiss. Hiss now. Come on. Give me the coffee. 40 seconds. 40 seconds. Give me the coffee. Come on. 30 seconds. The coffee. We're getting coffee. Wait, we might do it. Pour the full cup. And that is time. Oh my god. We get a sub 4. Holy. Alright. Chat. It is time. It is time for the final run. The very final run of today's coffee stream. Thank you guys for staying with me so far on this very funny and very unique stream experience. Our goal now is getting a sub 330 without drinking the coffee, just pouring it. So I'm gonna reset the timer for one last time. Are you ready? And now we do the 10 seconds of waiting because of the delay. Wait. You know, just 1 second. They'll be ready. Just wait. Any second now. Any second. Ready? Alright. Start the timer. Alright, open up the coffee. Open up the coffee beans. Get the air out. Put in 1 cup of these. 1, 2 of these. Close it up. Close this container. Overlap. I'll have to plug this in. Plug this into the power. Do both. Shake it. Grind the coffee. Alright, we're done grinding coffee at 35 seconds if you want to remember that part. Now we fill the water into the kettle. Now after that, and don't forget to preheat the stove. Stove is being preheated. Knock the grounds down. I hit my finger. Ouch, that hurt. Put this over here. Don't have the grinder fall to the ground, please. That would be a lot of work to clean up. Put all the coffee grounds in here. Alright, put this down. Distribute the grounds. This is a nicer grind size. Probably the best result we've had on the speedrun so far. Push it down. Prepare this. Alright. There's space. This is being preheated. The water is about... I'm gonna go to the kettle already. I'm gonna pour off to the valve. Put the kettle away. Put the coffee on top. Screw. Alright. Put it onto the stove. Open it up. Lower the heat. Because we still want to make proper coffee. It would be faster if we didn't immediately hear the hissing. We're immediately hissing. Wait, this might be it. This might be it. Where's my cup? I need a second cup. I need a second cup. A second cup. Alright, it's already hissing. It's already hissing. We might get it. We might get it. Oh, that's gonna be so close. It's genuinely gonna be really close, chat. 250. We're at 250 right now. We have 40 more seconds. I hear it hissing. 20 seconds left. Come on, come on. 15. Okay, the coffee's coming. Get the coffee. We're getting the coffee. I'm gonna turn on the... I don't think it's gonna make it. I don't think we're gonna make it, chat. I think it's gonna be too tight. It's gonna be so close. The coffee's almost done. Coffee is done now. Pour it under the cold water. And now pour into the cup. Pour into the cup. Pour into the cup. And full. Stop the timer. Whew. Okay. Oh my god. It was not a 3:30, chat. It was not a 3:30. It's a 3:43. That is my final time. We couldn't get the 3:30. Unfortunately, we could not make it. I did everything I tried. Pre-filling the kettle, I think, would be considered cheating. It'd be the same, like... Yeah, if I just pre-boiled the water, then that would be very fast, but I want to capture the full process of actually making the coffee, right? Because I want this to be like a realistic representation of what I would do every morning, to know how long it would take if I did it as fast as possible. Like I said, there's a world where I could make it even faster, and that world is where I do not have a tripod and a table with streaming set up next to me. I think if I take away this entire setup and I have a more direct path to the kettle, because right now, every time I fill up my kettle, I have to jump over the power cable and the LAN cable in like a big round across the table to get to the kettle. And I think getting there and back because of that path is easily like a 10-second time loss, probably. Alright, chat, let's do the final thing of today's stream. Chugging down this coffee. 3, 2, 1, go! And it's empty! It is empty, chat! We did it! We did it! We finished the coffee! Oh my god. I'm gonna explode. Holy shit. Subscribe, bye!